Hello, and welcome to this audio journal I call a podcast. Just put on my seatbelt, backing out of my parking space right now, and getting ready to do a day drive ramble. Um, I didn't think I was going to do one of these today, but I woke up feeling it was necessary to do one of these. Basically, after my night drive ramble last night, that will be uploaded shortly after I record this, because that was made before this is being made. I will upload the night drive ramble, not ramble number 4, before day drive ramble number 4. So this morning I was sleeping in. It's kind of a bad. It's a bad habit. I have trouble sleeping at night. Hence why I drive around at night to kind of calm my mind and get myself ready to go to sleep. So let me turn down the air. It's usually very warm in Georgia, so the AC is very necessary. But when I record and I have it the way I normally have it, it's kind of an annoying sound. So to improve the quality of the episodes, I'll lower the AC. I can't turn it off, because if I turn it off, I'll be sweating buckets. Because I live in Georgia. So this morning I was sleeping in because I was just very comfortable in my bed sleeping. And I woke up and I would see in my mind, I had my eyes closed in my mind, I saw the image of a beautiful woman completely naked, like it was basically a pornographic image, and I was like, I don't want to be thinking that. I just, like I've said before, I've had problems with pornography. Pornography is my biggest demon I've faced. Right now, I think laziness is my biggest demon, but I don't know if it actually is, because I don't know what my calling in life is, and it go like, oh, I'll study some Linux at times throughout the day, but I can't I can't keep a natural focus on it. Like, it seems like I'd have to use Adderall or something to stay focused on it, and I don't want to do that. Even though, from what I understand, for what people have said, Adderall has some benefits to it, but other people who have been on Adderall have told me that it just kind of makes them like zombies. And I just don't. I'm just not sure it's for me, and I'm skeptical of drugs. So there is that. Like, I love like drugs that like go like, oh, this will like alleviate your cold systems and so, or cold symptoms. Like, I'm not skeptical of NyQuil or anything like that, because like I don't see the point in using NyQuil recreationally. Like, I guess I have used NyQuil recreationally at points where, you know, like I believe that's called robo tripping. I have done that in the past. It's not fun. It's not fun. So yeah, I was thinking this impure thought. Like, I thought of a nude woman. I don't want to go into like describing her body that I saw, because like I feel like that would be like relishing in the impurity of that thought. And like, once again, like, I don't think like if other men or other people in general think of the nude body and become aroused by it or inspired by it, I don't think that's inherently evil or bad. I just think it's something that would detract from my ability to be rid of these problems once and for all. And so, after I thought that impure thought, I got on X. I started scrolling through X because Facebook's an abyss, and I just don't like it. Like, I keep Messenger to talk to some friends. Well, really just one friend, and I've talked to my brother on Messenger as well. And I think Messenger is also probably a good way to contact my mom, because she doesn't always answer my phone calls immediately. So there's a point to keeping Facebook around solely for Messenger, but like the actual social media platform is just not fun to engage with. However, I will say this: there's a certain toxicity on X. So, as you all may know, June is Pride Month. It's also the month of the Sacred Heart of Jesus Christ, which both I distinctly have a greater attachment to the Sacred Heart of Jesus Christ, because I believe that we should venerate someone who died for our sins, loves everybody, forgives everybody, and is just the best person to ever live. But I don't inherently have anything against Pride Month. I know a lot of people do, and especially a lot of Christians do, and a lot of Christians um, on social media were saying negative things about Pride and the LGBTQ community, and I'm not going to say they're bad Christians, because the Bible does touch how uh, on how God feels about those acts, but uh, you know, the Bible also says to love thy neighbor, and Jesus Christ said, when a woman was about to be stoned, let he who is without sin cast the first stone. And as he was crucified, he said, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. So I don't think Jesus wants us to hate these people. And I just saw a lot of hateful stuff towards the LGBTQ people, and it just disturbed me, just simply because I don't feel like that's what Jesus wants us to be doing, is to be spreading hateful things, because I don't like. I've seen a lot of videos about the unforgivable sin, which is like, like, I guess, blaspheming against the Holy Spirit, which is like seeing evidence of God's power and still denying God, which to me just seems unfathomable that somebody could do, is see God's power and God's glory and just deny him because you've seen it. Like, I know not all have seen God's power and God's glory, but to have seen it and to deny it is simply unfathomable to me. I can't comprehend somebody doing such a thing, but I imagine it would deeply hurt God to know if someone saw his power and glory and denied him. So yeah, I'm seeing all this like anti-pride stuff, and like, obviously I'm not a big fan of churches having pride flags adorned on them. I feel like I can't back that entirely, but I feel like it's the best thing. The best thing to do is to accept LGBTQ people. You don't have to condone what they're doing or the sexual acts they do or anything like that, but I just think it's not good to condemn people. Like, it's just I had a big problem with being hateful. I don't know why. I guess it was just out of frustration with my life, and I've always not been a big fan of being egotistical and whatnot, and so like I would see these movements like pride movements or like racial ethnic movements to like racial ethnic movements like as being egotistical, like putting a group of people as the center of the world, as the most important people. And there are people that do that, but there are more people that just kind of want to advocate for their own people, and I don't see anything wrong with that. Like, I also don't see anything wrong with someone wanting to be an advocate for white people, because I do believe white people are often vilified as a whole, as is every group, and I don't think that you should do something like that to a whole group. So, like, you go like, okay, you scapegoat white people for all the bad things. So, like, you're doing nothing different than somebody scapegoating black people for all the bad things certain black people have committed. Like, a lot of people like to bring up these statistics about black criminality, and I recognize them, but you're not really going into like the whole story, because it's not like all 13% of the black people, I think it's like 14 something percent now, but not every single black person is a criminal. So you got to kind of cut that in half, and it's not men it's not women that perpetrate the majority of these violent crimes. It's black men, and it's not old black men perpetrating violent crimes or middle-aged black men perpetrating violent crimes. It's young black men, and it's not every single young black man perpetrating violent crimes. It's certain. It's just, they're just like anybody can be corrupted. These people are just corrupted people, and I'm not going to say that gives them the excuse to murder. They still murdered somebody, or that gives them an excuse to assault somebody. Like, it doesn't. But it goes, these people are corrupted, and they can be saved, just as anybody can be saved. So I don't think that I don't think it's reasonable or logical or a good way to go to see the small percentage of black people that are committing violent crimes, in this case just murder, and saying that all black people are bad. It doesn't make any sense. It's a small number. There's a way to fix this problem. I don't know how to fix the problem, but there definitely is a way. I don't know it though, and I think it's just and just like that, not every white person in slavery times owned slaves. It was a small number of people. And, to just say that, the entire white race is responsible for the transatlantic slave trade, which is an abomination. I don't have any issue saying that. The transatlantic slave trade ruined the world. It ruined world harmony. And there's just it's just the corrupting force. I'm just not going to have the turn signal on, because I think that would just be annoying. I'm at a red light and it'd be on for a while. And then it's like, there's really, if you look at it, there's really not that many people in the Ku Klux Klan. So you want to take that small percentage of people that were in the Ku Klux Klan and apply it to a whole race of people is just bizarre. Two wrongs don't make a right. It's not right to to look at murder statistics that show that a certain demographic within a demographic that is black people commit murders and say, oh, it's all black people. It's black people are the problem. It's not. It's not. It's stupid to say that. And then at the same point, go, oh, let's look at the KKK or look at slavery. White people are evil and racist. You equally can't do that. There's no logical reason to say an entire race of people is evil. It makes no sense. It's honestly something AH did, and AH caused a lot of damage to the world. 6 million people died because of AH, and you just shouldn't be like that. Now, I have certain political beliefs that align with the right wing, as I do certain political beliefs that align with the left wing. But, I just look at it like this. You also have people hating others because of the choices they made at the voting booth. And I'm just not about that either. People, there are good people that vote Republican. There are good people that vote Democrat. There are good people that vote Libertarian. There are good people that vote Socialist. Whatever political party there is, there are good people that vote for that political party, as there are people that are corrupted that vote for those parties. It's plain to see. I don't hate anybody that voted for the opposite of who I voted for. That makes no sense. They were just doing what they thought was right, and you're not going to agree with someone on everything, or you might, but it's gonna be super rare. So I'm not going to hate someone because they thought they were doing the right thing and maybe it turned out to be the wrong thing, but they thought they were doing the right thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I want to bring this up because it's been in the back of my mind for about 2 days now. Well, I think it's just been one day, a day and a half. So I went to Mass on Saturday, and I was sitting there in Mass with my father, and I overheard this guy talking about illegals. You know, people that I call them migrants, but he called them illegals. So he was talking about migrants, and he said, yeah, these illegals, they're just using us for baptisms and all this stuff, and like the food banks and stuff, and you know, they're not gonna help us out. And I didn't say anything to the guy because I just think it's bad to start a political argument in the church, but I didn't like what he was saying. I don't like migration. I don't like people risking their lives for something that it doesn't actually exist. Because when the migrants get here, their life is not enriched. Usually, like, yeah, there are places where they can go and they'll get welfare or whatever, and like their life can in a way be enriched, but when they come to this country, the United States, their lives are not enriched by coming here. I know plenty of them. I've met plenty of them. A lot of them are homeless. A lot of them have to live in like crowded houses. Like, you'll see like 3 or 4 families in one house, and that's not a comfortable way to live. That's not a comfortable way to live, and it doesn't solve the problem of inequality. So, my view has always been that the United States foreign policy towards Latin America has usually been very bad and very exploitative, and until like certain foreign policies are reversed, you're going to, and the enrichment of Latin American countries is able to be fostered and grown, this migration thing isn't going to stop. And you know, people die trying to get to the United States. Sexual assaults happen on the path to the United States. Child exploitation happens on the pathway to the United States. It's not good. It's in fact evil. And you know, I don't blame the migrants doing what they think will make their life better, but I don't believe it will honestly make their life better. I don't believe everybody living in the United States or the Western world in general, because the same can be said over in Europe. The Middle East has been exploited throughout history, and until those exploitative policies are reversed and some enrichment is able to happen in the Middle East, the migrant problem isn't going to be able to stop, um, because it's just not. It's not natural. It's not good for the environment to uh, use all these resources to build new housing for migrants and everything, and there is, obviously culture clash. It's not as bad in the United States as it would be in Europe, because Europe's a very secular area, and the migrants coming into Europe tend to be deeply Islamic, and there's a sort of culture clash there, and which I believe is letting people migrate en masse into developed nations isn't isn't good. Letting people migrate into developed nations en masse does not solve the problems of inequality. It doesn't, and it's going to be the end of exploitative policies that will fix that will be the only way to fix these problems with inequality around the world. And this guy at church, he's like, the illegals, blah blah blah, and he probably wants them to be sent back to where they're going, or sent back to where they're from, and that's just what he wants, I guess. I am only in favor of that if so it okay, if you send someone back to their country, and it's a dangerous country, there's something wrong with doing that. Like, I'm not in favor of doing that. Like, I would rather the situation be for them to have no reason to want to migrate, that things in their country are so good and they can carve out a decent life in their country that that they can that they don't want to migrate to the United States. Like, maybe they want to come visit and go to the theme parks, or see some sort of sights and whatnot down the line, because they have the money to come visit the United States and everything, and engage in tourism. But simply, there is that is not the case, unfortunately, because things like the banana wars that really messed up the farming economy of Latin America happened, and there's really no way these things can be undone, sadly. And my thing is just like all this hateful rhetoric, where people bandy about the term Nazi for right wingers. There are legitimate Nazis. I'm not going to deny that, but some of these people that are being called Nazis are saying rather lukewarm things, And it's bizarre that, loving your country and believing in national sovereignty is Nazism to some people. And at the same time, there's gentlemen like the guy at church that was talking about illegals, as he called them, like they're some sort of thing other than humans. And there's people of my faith condemning the LGBTQ. Like I say, you don't have to endorse what they're doing. I don't necessarily endorse what they're doing. What they're doing sexually and who they're attracted to is none of my business. I don't concern myself with it. I concern myself with treating people with respect. So I just want to respect people. And that's why I'm so disturbed of thinking about a naked woman, because I felt like, even though I don't know if this woman exists or anything or not, technically she's a figment of my imagination to my current understanding. She is a figment of my imagination and nothing else. But I still feel like I objectified someone, and I don't like that. I like to respect human dignity as much as I can, and that's why, as I call it, busting balls, it's hard to kind of enjoy that and rectify it right now, even though among friends it's fine. It's just I just don't want to go too hard, and I'm just worried about going too hard and crossing over into the hurtful territory. All right, I think that's all I have to say for right now. Like I said, I have to upload Night Drive Ramble number 4. Then I'll upload Day Drive Ramble number 4, which is this video. Enjoy the video of a animated cassette tape. Compelling content. And then I think I might record one before work. I got work in about 3 hours. I might record another installment before work. I might record an installment after work. Because during work, I kind of like to just listen to mindless YouTube stuff, usually Dabbleverse stuff, which does engage in detraction, but I personally am not doing the detraction, and I don't hate Stuttering John or Aaron Imholt. I actually want them to do well. I just think I just view it as mindless entertainment. I don't think God minds. I'm not about to go mess with Stuttering John or Aaron Imholt and insult them in their comment sections. I'm just observing the conflict between the Dabbleverse at large and those individuals. Anyways, at long last, if you listen to this, thank you.